finally get to take you to the home turf. We're playing at Northern Quest, the Q, and we're going to get in some hands. But before we get in there, we're going to take a quick pit stop. All right, guys. Hey, welcome. Fun to have you along for the ride for the first time. And we have a game set up at the poker room starting in about 5 minutes. First game looks pretty solid, so we'll see how that develops throughout the night. We're probably going to get the option to move after a little while, so we'll probably head up there. But some pretty good players in that game. And then, we'll have this game started soon. If you're wondering what the secret sauce is for the night or what the plan is for the night, we gotta start with one of these every time. I don't know if you can see this here. Here we go. This is the key, the secret weapon. Cold brew. Night. About 7 o'clock in the evening, so I'm heading into night shifts here soon, and so I usually go out and play before my night shifts, and that's the juice to keep us loose. Anyway, let's get in there and play some hands. All right, guys, so we've got our coffee in hand. We buy in for $400, sit down, and a couple orbits in, we pick up Ace of Hearts, Jack of Spades. We raise to $15, and we end up getting 2 callers for this pot. We go to a flop that just doesn't hit our opponent's ranges very hard. It doesn't really hit anybody that hard. Basically, the biggest thing most people are going to have are pocket pairs or a flush draw. We block the flush draw with the Jack of Spades, and so most of the time they're going to miss. I go ahead and continuation bet for $25, knowing I have a lot of fold equity, and it does fold pretty quick. So it's only the first hand of the night, but and it's not a big pot, but we're happy to take it down, happy to be stacking chips right away, and that always feels good. All right, so we get to our next hand of the night here. It's what, 60 something? Yeah, I call. That's right. So we are calling an all-in pretty quickly here. It's a player who is short stacked. I raised to 30 pre-flop over 2 limpers in a straddled pot, and when it got around to the straddle, they went ahead and made it 65. We end up turning our cards face up with pocket eights. He's got the ace jack of clubs, and the board runs out clean for us, so we end up holding. He does not improve, and that extra 65 gets shoved our way as well. So again, we're only a few, maybe an hour into the night, but we've won a couple of nice little pots. Okay, in this hand, guys, we have the Ace of Clubs and the King of Hearts. We're going to go ahead and open on the button, and we are making it $25 in this case. And we're going over this is a straddled pot with a limp. And we go to a board of Ace of Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds, 8 of Spades. The straddler and the middle position both check. I go ahead and make a bet of $45. I'm going to target the jacks, the eights, the straight draws, the flush draws. There's so much in their range that we have absolutely dominated. They have worse aces. I mean, we're getting value from a lot here. So we go ahead and put that in. The straddler is going to call, and the middle position mucks his cards. All right, so then we're going to take a look at the turn, and the turn is the Ace of Spades. And with where we've got his stack, I can easily just jam here, but a lot of players are going to get away from a jack. So this, if I'm playing higher stakes, I'm jamming. At a lower stake, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to size down, knowing that if he does have a jack, by the river I can probably get his stack. If he's got the flush draw, I will miss out on value sometimes. But I'm going to go ahead and target those jacks and things like that. And maybe a worse ace. He does not raise us, so he doesn't have the worst ace. We still announce all in, and we're hoping he does have the jack. In retrospect, maybe I should have just jammed anyway. Not too sure. If he's got the draw, he might make it. But when that second ace comes and you jam, a lot of players, if they are not super confident, will fold. All right, in this one, we have the Ace of Spades, 4 of Spades. Now, we don't always have the best hand. We don't always win, so I thought I'd give you a taste of that. I make it $10 with the suited ace, and we get raised from the button to $30. I'm going to go ahead and see a flop. He's got enough in his stack that if we really hit a nutty hand, we can get paid. And a lot of times it comes in disguised when you hit 2-pair with ace-4 or a set of 4s or something like that. The board is the Jack of clubs, 7 of hearts, 4 of hearts. So we've got bottom pair. We check over to him, and he pretty quickly continues for 35. I'm going to call this flop bet. You can just fold, but I think it's reasonable to call and see what he does. A lot of players will do this with like ace king, ace queen. They'll slow down on the turn after you've called their pre-flop raise and their flop bet. And so I go ahead and make the call. Now, if he has like an ace king, ace queen, and we hit the ace, we're getting paid big time, which is great. And so when the turn comes, the 9 of clubs, we haven't improved. We're going to check again and see what he does. He does not think long before putting $50 into the pot. And at this point, we know we're no good. We're going to go ahead and let it go and just move on to the next hand. All right, this one is just this one's a fun one. We've got the pocket 10s and pretty excited to see some good cards. We get a jam from a short stack for 37, and we're planning on calling that. We get a min raise then from the button for $74, so a very weird amount. I consider raising again, but I think I'm out of position. I don't really want to bloat it anymore, so I go ahead and just make the call. The main pot is 111, the side is 74, and we check to him on Jack 9-3. He checks back quickly. Now we're planning to bet like a deuce or a 4 or anything like that just to protect our hand, but a beautiful 10 of clubs shows up instead. We're going to make a bet hoping to target like a ace king, ace queen that has overs plus a straight draw. Unfortunately, he turns ace king over face up, exactly the hand I was hoping to get some value from, but he ends up folding it, which is fine. It works out. We get the side pot, and then our set of 10s beats the original all-ins pocket queens, and so we're stacking both pots, stacking some more chips, and that one went quite well, so we're not too disappointed there. Finally, this last hand is just a weird one, but I thought I'd share it with you. Kind of made me laugh, but ace-5 of hearts. I make it 20 pre-flop over 2 limpers, and we go to a flop which is pretty dry. It's Jack 6-5 rainbow. So we've got bottom pair, and we're going to go ahead and just check. I'm happy just to get the showdown with a hand like this. I've got too many players to try to get everybody out. When the 8 shows up, I'm just going to check through again when it checks to me. And again, just happy to get the showdown. If an ace shows up, we're going to be feeling good. If a 5 shows up, we'll be feeling good. A jack shows up instead, and we get now a bet. When the bet comes, it's $10, and I consider folding, but you only have to be right 11% of the time here. And they can have 3s, they could have a worse 5. He ends up showing Jack 3 of diamonds, so he called $20 pre-flop with Jack 3 of diamonds, and then got us for $10 in the end. All right, guys, that's it. We bought in for $400. We cashed out for $610, profit of $210, and nice little session. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Excited to bring you more content. If you liked it, like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time.